James Vaney, Group 4, Evaluation Question 7. When we were planning just before pre-production, we spent most of our times just watching thriller films and just getting a feel for the genre, just learning its conventions and all that sort of stuff. Once we felt we researched enough films, that's when we got into the thick of pre-production. So that's when we came up with the plot and decided to make it a sort of film noir 1920s sort of crime thriller. And then after we had the plot down, that's when we started on the script, the storyboard, costume design, and all the stuff that goes into pre-production. And this helped a lot, really, a lot. Especially the storyboarding, because that way, when we actually came to shooting, we knew, well, we had a good idea of what we were trying to do, and it saves a lot of time. So instead of messing about with the camera too much on the day, the storyboard really helped us keep it on track and kept the project on track as well. My main part of the pre-production process was costume design, and for this I just looked back at old film noir films like Act of Violence and Real Deal from 1940s, 1950s, and this gave me a good idea of what the style was back then, and it really opened my eyes to what the characters could look like. And this gave a sort of sense of realism to the final product. When we look back and compare our preliminary task to our final product, I do think you can see a big improvement with the shot types and just the execution of them as well. Because in our preliminary task, we were just doing boring single shots, just straight cuts back and forward, and really was dull to look at. And when you compare it with our final product, I feel it's a lot more sort of cinematic and a lot more entertaining to look at. And I think this is really due to the fact that we got so much time to practice with the equipment, especially the camera. Because in the preliminary task we didn't have a clue what we were doing. We were using the little flickers, which weren't very good, don't really give you a lot of options. And when we started shooting our final product, we got the actual the Canon cameras, and they were a lot better, simply, and allowed us to do a lot more. And with the equipment from the school, it allowed us to change up our shots and allow for a lot more sort of freedom with our shots as well. Looking back at our project as a whole, I'm happy with the end result. Seeing as none of us have really done anything like this, we wanted to challenge ourselves by making it a sort of film noir and giving it another time period to see if we actually could make the aesthetic look like that. And I think we did quite a good job, considering, but looking back, there's always a few things you wish you could have done differently or better. But all in all, I feel our final product is as close as we could have got it to the specifications that we made at the beginning of the project. So yeah, I am happy with the end result, and I think we fulfilled our task well.